Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is now streaming on Disney+.
This way, come on!
Experience the movie event the whole family will love.
This is it.
Entertainment Weekly calls it thrilling and a rip-roaring adventure.
Dad told me you found something. A dial that could change the course of history.
A few times in my life I've seen things I can't explain. But I've been looking for this all my life.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Rated PG-13. Now streaming on Disney+.
Brooks Running has a new shoe for you runners out there. Did you hear that? Better turn up your volume. In fact, turn it up to the max. Introducing the all-new Ghost Max. It's got all kinds of things to make your knees and ankles feel protected. Like Max Cushion, Max Soft Landings with DNA Loft V2 foam, and Max Smooth Rides with their Glide Roll Rocker. Feel better on your run with Ghost Max. Learn more at brooksrunning.com.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1985. How to Support Someone with Depression. What to Say and What Not to Say. By Dr. Margaret Rutherford of drmargaretrutherford.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ORD for another weekend episode. I'm Greg Audino, your host and narrator, and today I'm here to share with you a great article from Dr. Margaret Rutherford, all about how we can support others, and frankly ourselves, during and after bouts of depression. There's a lot of great information to learn here, so listen closely as we dive into this article now and start optimizing your life. How to Support Someone with Depression. What to Say and What Not to Say. By Dr. Margaret Rutherford of drmargaretrutherford.com. When you have a cold, the guy who sits next to you at work says, "Hey, you sound better." If you recently had a baby, your neighbor smiles and asks, "Are you getting any sleep yet?" If your mom's chemo has ended, your friends want to know, "What did the doctor say? How's she doing?" But what if you've spent the last 3 or 4 months struggling with not wanting to get out of bed? If you were doing well to get one project out of the way at work, when there are 5 more to take its place. If there was no joy in hearing your kids' laughter. If you hadn't wanted to be touched. What if you were having a bout of depression? There aren't any questions. Generally, people don't know what to say. Because your illness is mental, it's as if it can't be talked about. So, add loneliness, invisibility, to what someone with depression must deal with. Slowly, maybe with therapy, maybe with medication, someone with depression can begin to feel better. Maybe you managed to start running, although every morning you had to force your feet to hit the pavement. Maybe you started trying to focus on what you had control over and came up with an active strategy to heal. Maybe you sifted through feelings from old wounds that had never healed. Maybe you cried, worked through anger, kept a journal, or became more mindful. And your depression begins to lift. If you suffer from depression cycles, you know it'll be back. You have to manage it. Watch for the signs of its return. But for now, it's better. It's hard work to accept and work with depression. You're trying to use your mind, the part of you that's not functioning well, to fix itself. It's a bit like trying to run on a broken leg in order for it to heal. But that's what you have to do. Some people have the understanding to support you. Many don't. People don't want to believe that something unforeseen, something they can't control, can take over their life and rob them of contentment and pleasure. Just ask any woman who struggled with postpartum depression. She'll tell you that there is very little to no support for a new mom who's depressed, who can't seem to bond with her new baby, who wants to scream, who feels dead inside. Instead, she hears, "Oh, you're just tired," or "It takes a little time to adjust," or "It's your hormones raging." So, add discounting and minimizing to her depression. Finally, celebrities are talking about PPD openly. Finally. And it seems to be helping raise awareness and acceptance. But we've got a long way to go. Ask someone who discovers they have bipolar illness and have to learn how to manage mood swings, racing thoughts, and seemingly sudden drops into feelings of emptiness and despair. They learn to make sure they get enough sleep, take medication, watch their stress levels, in order to try and manage their illness. What kind of support do they receive? Are they seen as somehow damaged? Less than? You bet they can be. So add shame to an illness that they never asked for, nor did anything to create. So, how can we all be supportive instead of turning away? Recently, a blog post about 25 text messages that someone with depression would love to receive went wildly viral on The Mighty, a website geared toward helping people with chronic or rare illnesses of any kind, mental or physical. We can say things like, "I can't imagine what you're going through, but I'm here to listen." Simple things, really. We can suspend judgment, we can try to learn, we can confront our own fear of life getting out of control. You can openly talk about your own depression, your own vulnerabilities, or you can support someone else doing so. I love this quote from blogger and author Jenny Lawson, from her book, Furiously Happy. Quote, "When you come out of the grips of a depression, there is an incredible relief, but not one you feel allowed to celebrate. Instead, the feeling of victory is replaced with anxiety that it will happen again, and with shame and vulnerability when you see how your illness affected your family, your work, everything left untouched while you struggle to survive. We come back to life thinner, paler, weaker, but as survivors. Survivors who don't get pats on the back from coworkers who congratulate them on making it. Survivors who wake to more work than before because their friends and family are exhausted from helping them fight a battle they may not even understand. I hope to one day see a sea of people, all wearing silver ribbons, as a sign that they understand the secret battle, and as a celebration of the victories made each day, as we individually pull ourselves up out of our foxholes to see our scars heal, and to remember what the sun looks like." End quote. It's an eloquent description of what depression can do to the individual who has it, as well as the people who love them. Loneliness, invisibility, shame, and discounting don't have to exist for those with depression or any mental illness. We can wear those silver ribbons. You just listened to the post titled, "How to Support Someone with Depression, What to Say and What Not to Say," by Dr. Margaret Rutherford of drmargaretrutherford.com. We talk about love and communication here on the show every day, but there's always more to learn. And lately, I'm proud to say that my own knowledge of relationships has reached a new level thanks to our sponsor, Masterclass. Masterclass is an app and streaming platform that makes a meaningful gift this season, because you can help a loved one learn a new skill from the world's best performers. It's like Masterclass instructors are your own personal mentors, providing content and videos that are going to help you reach a new level. For just $10 a month, there are 11 categories and over 180 masterclasses to pick from, with new classes added every month, like renowned psychotherapist Esther Perel's class, which helped me gain a better understanding of relational intelligence, something that has absolutely helped me to be more present and more communicative with the loved ones in my life. So, this holiday season, give one annual membership and get one free at masterclass.com/optimalrelationships. Right now, you can get 2 memberships for the price of one at masterclass.com/optimalrelationships. masterclass.com/optimalrelationships. Offer terms apply.
Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
And a big thank you to Dr. Margaret for helping give voices to those who are maybe having a hard time finding theirs. I really like this article. Just as helpful for those struggling as it is for those trying to support someone who's struggling, in my opinion. And if you are trying to support someone, but you can't see those silver ribbons, look for where they might be, because many of us are carrying them around each day, those ribbons, regardless of whether or not we've recently emerged from a serious bout of depression. And we can do this by acknowledging the simple, common things that do require a lot of subtle, consistent work to uphold. New parents are a fine example. Whether a mother has never faced postpartum depression, is currently facing it, or has just come out of it, telling her that you notice and admire and respect all the work that she's putting into raising a child will go a long way for her. There are so many common parts of life that are still difficult, yet that struggle is forgotten because of how many of us are facing these challenges. So step outside the rat race and acknowledge all the efforts that you and others put in on a daily basis. It's a great means of supporting yourself and those around you, regardless of whether or not recent depressive episodes have been faced. But that's going to bring us to the end for today, folks. As always, I thank you so much for coming here and tuning in. You've done a good thing for your relationships by listening today. So have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow in the Monday show, where your optimal life awaits.